Hey there. If you're thinking about getting out there on the road with the big rigs and driving a rig, an RV, or even a bus, then have we got great news for you.
Southwest Truck Driver Training can get you trained and rolling in as little as 4 weeks. They offer lifetime job placement support. They have special military programs, a financial aid program, including grant applications, and so much more to offer you.
Plus, they are family-owned business right here in the Southwest. They have world-class training for Class A and B CDLs, hazmat endorsement training, RV training, and, of course, a refresher course if you need one. And did we mention they have 3 locations, which are Phoenix, Tucson, and North Las Vegas?
So we don't know why you're sitting there channel surfing on a TV when you could be learning to drive and roll down the road to earning a great living today.
Go to their website, swtdt.com, to learn more about Southwest Truck Driver Training to shift your career into high gear.
Tell them you heard about them on the 18 Wheel Talk podcast show. We love them. You will too.
Breaker 19 for radio check.
18 Wheel
Welcome to the 18 Wheel Talk podcast show.
We're a podcast for truckers, about truckers, by truckers.
Coaching generations of drivers while guiding them on their path to success.
Fueling them with knowledge and passion for trucking.
Navigating the industry 1 mile at a time.
Spark the revolution.
Final answer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Welcome to the 18 Wheel Talk podcast show.
That's not how we discussed it. I do that and you do the high squeaky voice.
No, I'm not doing the high squeaky voice.
I'm doing the welcome to the 18 Wheel podcast show, and then you do the squeaky one. You do the
Waka waka.
waka
Waka.
Thank you.
The blue, the green, the big rig. Did I do it right?
Pretty much, yeah. You're pretty good at that.
Welcome to the show. Okay, Booby Reel. No.
Maybe.
It might be. You never know.
We'll find out.
Anyways,
Later on.
anywho,
And who?
welcome to the show.
Well, thank you.
It's our 4-year anniversary month. I can't believe we. Can you believe we made it 4 years?
Is that all? Feels like 100.
I know it feels like forever, but
Yeah.
you know,
4 years. Wow, that's
doing
pretty
this part time, and then just coming up with content to keep it going for 4
good.
years.
Do you realize the music I just hummed?
What'd you hum?
Circus music. Do, 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 do.
What are you saying? It's been a circus?
Well, at times.
What?
We're both in the circus. It's okay.
Listen, you're my monkey. I guess I'm yours, so it's our circus.
Didn't you ever want to run away with the circus when you were a kid?
I did.
Okay, see? There you go.
Many, many years ago, I ran
What
away
is
with
with
a
that
circus.
hair?
I don't know what's with the hair. I don't wear it.
Well, I do, and it's...
Did you get it?
I think maybe not.
Oh, my goodness.
Anyway.
Anyways, welcome to the 18 Wheel Talk podcast show. Now we got that out of the way for the
Yes.
4th time in 2 minutes.
Sorry, we're having some
4-year anniversary.
technical difficulties.
Join
with
our
Janet.
fan club.
Please do.
Go to the number 1, the number 8, wheeltalk.com/fan club.
Yes.
Get in on it. You got to be in the fan club to win it. It's our 4-year anniversary, and we want to give you presents.
You almost poked my nose.
That's okay. I was trying to get the hair out of your face.
Thank you. I really appreciate it because I can't see it. The big giveaway.
Yes, we're giving away prize pack. 18 Wheel Talk prize packs.
We need one of those big booming voices that goes, the big giveaway.
The prices are insane. Sunday, Sunday.
Yeah, like that.
Anyways.
So, yeah.
But yeah, go to 18wheeltalk.com/fan club and get yourself signed up. Once you're signed up for the fan club, you can enter the giveaway.
Follow all the rules.
That's the only way you're getting in it.
In it to win it.
Got to be in it to win it. So go to 18wheeltalk.com/fan club.
For sure, for sure.
For sure. 4 years. It's our 4-year anniversary. Wait till next year when we turn 5.
Oh, my God. Will we still be toddlers then? Oh my gosh, toddlers are such energetic things.
We'll be 5 years old. I'll be 5 years old.
You act like a 5-year-old sometimes.
Wait a minute.
Wait, who said that?
You act like the 5-year-old sometimes.
Not me.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes, you do. Anyways, what are we talking about today?
A Taco Tuesday.
Oh,
Aren't we talking about tacos?
yes, we're talking about tacos.
Yeah, hey, I know what day it is, don't you?
Yeah,
It's Taco Tuesday. And
of course.
It's free Taco Tuesday in August.
Because we put an episode out every Tuesday if you've been paying attention.
And thank you, Taco Bell.
Yes, thank you, Taco Bell.
And thank you, Taco John's.
I don't know. Is there Taco John's here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
thanks, Taco John's.
So, while he takes a drink, I'll do sound effects. So, Taco Bell, during the month of August until Labor Day,
Yep, every Tuesday.
on Tuesdays, they're giving away a free Dorito Loco taco per person while supplies last.
Yep, no purchase necessary.
So they might give it away to 10 people. They might give it away to 100. I don't know the
When
numbers.
when they run the hell out.
When they
they're
run out, they run out.
So
That's
get
on
your free
Tuesday.
taco. Get in and get your free
Run
taco
in.
on Tuesdays.
Run, but don't stumble. But
Because
the reason
today is Tuesday, because we just put this episode out. It's Tuesday.
and the reason we said thank you to Taco John's is because Taco John's had the trademark for Taco Tuesday, and they released that trademark, so we can say
Right.
Taco Tuesday all we
Well,
want.
yeah, Taco Bell fought for it, and now every taco
place.
restaurant can now use the phrase Taco Tuesday.
Which is really cool that Taco John's did that.
I know.
You know,
Because it's for the people.
for the people who buy the taco paces.
It's for the people.
That's right. Like us that like tacos.
And while we're at it, why don't you do us a favor? Go to our other YouTube channel.
We have more than one.
Yes, it's called More 18 Wheel Talk.
Oh, that makes sense.
So if you look us up, type in More 18 Wheel Talk, you'll find the other channel. That's where you're going to find all our
Question.
yes.
Don't we talk enough? More? 18? Oh, just that. Okay, go ahead, Ben.
It's just more
More,
of us.
Oh, more of us.
Snippets, video shorts, bloopers. That's where you're going to find them, is at our More 18 Wheel Talk channel on YouTube.
Oh, you mean like the stuff that gets cut from the beginning because it takes
Yeah.
20 tries to start?
Exactly. All the outtakes, stuff like that. That's where they're going to be housed.
Ah.
Funny little snippets from episodes. You'll actually, some of them will just be audio snippets. Some of it will actually be video cuts.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta go to More 18 Wheel Talk
Too bad
on YouTube.
Too bad you missed getting me on video with the eyes crossed chasing the hair.
I did. It's in the very beginning. When you grab that hair, your eyes crisscross. That's what I was
I
laughing.
thought you didn't get it.
No, when we just went live. Yeah.
Oh, that was the second time, though.
Oh, yeah. The first time was hilarious. Oh, my God. I thought
didn't
your
even
eyes
know.
popped out of your head.
I don't know. I don't know what it looked like. All I know is it driving me up a wall. At least it's a short drive.
Definitely a short drive. So, anyways, sign up for our fan club, 18wheeltalk.com/fan club.
And
go to YouTube, search for our More 18 Wheel Talk on YouTube. Subscribe to that channel so you can view all the shorts and all the funny outtakes from the 18 Wheel Talk podcast show.
And don't forget, we always have links to everything.
Everything.
Everything we talk about, he puts
Ooh.
links in.
Oh, I bumped it.
Stop
it.
All I do is point.
I'm moving. You moved my camera.
I just go say you put links in for everything.
I usually do, yes.
You're real good about it.
I'll make sure to have a link in the show notes for it.
He's the maestro of all that stuff.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
In the description of this episode on our website, 18wheeltalk.com. I don't know what number this is, but whatever number this falls under, in the description there'll be links to everything
Which
that we talk about.
I always forget. You think we could keep it in track? It goes this number to this week and the next number to the next week.
Yeah, I don't know. We're in the
I
70s.
think one of us would remember to look, Patrick.
Hey, listen, I'm tech. I don't, that's research development's area.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
If you don't have a dash cam in your semi and you went and spent all that money on it, do you really think that you and your truck are protected against John Q. Public? We don't. That is why we recommend Rexing USA. cameras and equipment. Whatever it is you are looking for, whether it be a dash cam, a body cam, a trail cam, or similar, they probably have it.
Nearly every new vehicle coming out has a dash cam, and there is a reason for it: litigation. Yes, welcome to America, the land of litigation. So the best thing you can do is to protect what you own with video and pictures.
And their dash cams, boy, let me tell you, their cams do a lot. They have 170-degree ultra-wide angle lenses that will automatically lock in the last video if it feels a vibration from an accident. It has a supercapacitor battery backup that is better than lithium for extreme heat or cold. Add in loop recording, a mobile app, and parking monitoring, and more.
And yes, now you have a really great package for this company of cameras. So come on, check it out at 18wheeltalk.com/dashcam. That's 18wheeltalk.com/dashcam. My bad.
Janet.
I'm so sorry.
Anyways, if this is your first time listening to our show, thank you for joining us. Give us a like, a thumbs up, a rating, a review on your audio players
Like us,
that
love
you're
us,
listening.
listen to us. Tell your
Subscribe to
friends
our
about us.
YouTube channel, 18 Wheel Talk.
Follow us on social
podcast
media.
Show. Look for this. Look for the blue and green logo with the big rig. That is us. Often imitated, never duplicated. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Say it. Blue, the green.
The blue, the green, the big rig.
Just open your mouth and talk.
I was good and you took it away from me.
I don't take nothing away from you. You just stop talking.
I don't stop talking till he, Anyway, the blue, the green, the big rig.
There you go.
Often imitated, never duplicated. That's us.
Yep.
Yep,
So welcome to Taco Tuesday. Get your free taco at Taco Bell.
Yes,
And
yes.
that is a shameless plug. Taco Bell does not sponsor our podcast show.
Nope.
Although,
They should as many tacos
if-
as he can eat.
if somebody's listening from Taco Bell,
Get a hold of Patrick at 18 Wheel Talk.
yeah, send me an email, Patrick at 18wheeltalk.com. I will gladly have you as a sponsor.
He will gladly come eat your tacos.
I will definitely eat your tacos.
He already does.
Anyways, on
Yes.
with the show. What are we talking about today, darling?
Football.
I like football. Go Jets.
Oh, football players and truckers.
Go Jets.
That's why you wanted that. So,
Anywho,
let me explain myself.
go ahead, explain it.
So, you know how when a football player is running down the field, he knows his zone?
Okay.
They know what zone they're in, right?
Right.
Well, when a
Well, it depends on what zone they're playing. Are they playing a 4-3, a 3-4?
whatever they're playing, they know
We're
their
talking
zone.
defense, right?
They know their zone.
Okay.
Okay, that's all I'm talking about.
Okay.
Is football players are supposed to know their zone.
God, I hope so.
Unless...
Otherwise, they suck.
Anyway, so when a truck driver is driving down the highway, he's supposed to know his zone or her zone.
Okay.
Okay, so far so good.
Yep. Keep
Well-
it between the lines.
Other zones, but not really, because there could be a problem for
Yep.
both of them. Imagine a football game.
Okay.
The players are in the zone. Everything's cool. The game's in the fourth quarter. It's a tight game.
Okay.
The underdog. Just pick a team. The Jets. They're so close to making it a tie.
Wait a minute.
Okay. The Bears.
It could be the Bears.
That's
you know,
probably the Bears.
they've been in the bottom too.
Okay.
I mean,
No,
come
well,
on.
Okay, the Bears. They're really close to making it a tie game.
Wait, I tell you what. We'll go Houston Texans.
I don't care.
Because they've been bottom feeders for God knows how long now.
So have the Bears lately.
So
Anyway.
Anywho.
The Bears are so close to making it a tie game. I'll pick on my team. Are you with me?
Yeah.
But wait, there's a fan on the field.
What the hell is... No way.
Well, obviously, they didn't get the message. The fan did not get the message about staying out of the zone.
Oh, well, maybe he's trying to run end zone to end zone.
The fan's zone is up in the stands.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
get
really.
you. All right,
What-
I think I pick it up what you're laying
What
down.
football player going down the field, maybe to make that
Maybe they hit the
touchdown?
fan. Maybe they took the fan out. Go, bam!
Yeah. The fridge would have. Anyway,
I done ran him over.
what football player going down the field for a touchdown wants that game stopped by a fan on the field?
That's true.
Okay, so here's another example. Mother Earth,
Okay.
the world we live on,
What?
has her in my opinion, geographical and climatic zones all in disarray for a while now.
Okay.
Otherwise, we wouldn't be having such drastic heat, fires, flooding, tornadoes, hurricanes, etc. all summer long.
Yada, yada.
Yeah, and
Lions and tigers and bears, oh my.
And drastic and all winter long.
I love how I could just do something like that. And it's a sing-along.
I know. Drastic cold, blizzards, super huge snowfalls where they normally only get a foot or two
Right.
in the winter.
Okay.
And places where it should be cold, like, say, Alaska, they're warm as a spring morning. Okay, so
Warm as a spring chicken.
that's also a zone where, mankind interfered with.
Okay.
My opinion, mankind interfered with the zone there.
Right.
So you're wondering where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah.
So we're talking truckers knowing their zones.
Okay.
Truckers have zones.
Yep.
Okay, so if you're a new or an experienced driver who's at that, well, I just don't care. Okay, point.
I don't think that anybody gets to the I don't care point.
Oh, I could tell you. They do. They're just like, I'm just going to drive down the road. I don't care. Someone gets in my way, they just move over or I'll run them over.
Oh, that's true.
I've
they
heard-
get the I'm bigger mentality.
Yeah, that to me, that's the I don't care.
Yeah,
It's the
okay.
I'm bigger mentality.
I got you.
Okay.
I'm following I'm picking up what you're laying down.
Oh, goody. It could help whether you're brand new and don't know all of this or you're back at that I'm bigger than you, move out of my way, or I will run you over.
Okay.
Okay. Because it's the info we're talking about, hugely helpful to four-wheelers because obviously some of them never been near a big rig.
Well,
It also helps truckers.
okay, so in my
Okay.
my years of driving,
Mm-hmm.
I have always said that kids these days, when they go to get a permit, they should go and have to take a permit test to get a CDL license. Because on that permit test, they will learn just by knowing that stuff for a permit test what it takes to manage a truck.
Now, I kind of disagree with you, but not
But
entirely.
I'm just saying, it's just for a permit. They don't need to get a CDL license. I think they need to take the permit test
The
to
written.
be able,
Okay.
be able to understand what truck drivers go through. The no zone.
No, I get you. I think they should have to ride in a truck, like do a ride along.
During their 5-hour course period.
Yes, that's
Definitely.
what I'm saying. I think
at least 1 hour.
I think they should have to have 1 hour ride along with a semi that goes through a city and on a highway.
Yep.
I
They have to
it
go
would be
sit.
an-
They have to go sit in a truck school.
basically, and not just while they're backing up into slots. They have to sit in a trucking school and
exactly. You got 1 hour at a truck school. Go, to watch the instructor drive around or students drive
and
around.
be there. Yeah.
Just be a passenger in the seat.
So
That would be funny.
yes.
Hey, maybe we'll get a hold of Steve over at Southwest. See if he can make that happen.
Yeah. Anyway, DOT would owe him a lot of money for
Anyways,
trucks.
if you missed that episode, that's episode 74. We talked to Steve Strong from Southwest
so
Truck
this,
Driver Training.
this might. Anyway.
We're in the high 70s.
High
I just
70s.
don't know whether it's 77, 78, 79.
So, like I said, this would be hugely helpful to any four wheelers you know.
I agree.
You know, anybody
back
that drives
back
a car.
to the show.
Anybody you know that drives a car, this would be hugely helpful to them. But it also help out inexperienced drivers or drivers who are just at that point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it also helps truckers know that we cannot always see what might be there. Whether it's driving down the road, the highway, or on a city street, backing down into a dock, turning a corner, blindside backing. This can help you save your license. I know people that lost their license because they backed over things.
Yeah.
And I know people that will
That's just
never
stupidity.
recover from hitting things or backing over things or people.
Yeah.
Because they didn't know they were there.
Well, I remember running over a car because
Ding! Story time. I forgot the bell.
Oh, you forgot the bell again?
It was your job this time.
You're research and development. I'm IT.
IT should have the bell. Okay. Story
Anyways.
time.
I remember driving down into the city.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on, I don't know, 6 lanes, turning on to 6 lanes, I
Okay.
guess. And there was a car parked in a no parking zone.
Don't you love that?
And I had a spread axle flatbed. turning radius of a water buffalo.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's run it over or get ticketed. I wasn't about ready to get ticketed, so when I got that knock on the door from the New York City Popo, he says, "Move it or lose it." I said, "But." He says, "No buts." Turned his back to hold off traffic, and I was like, "Okay." Crunch, crunch, crunch.
That's funny.
Doctor didn't know what happened. His little 2-seater sports car was up on a flatbed when I was coming out.
Oops.
Whoopsie. Anyways, that was my ding
That was your
story.
ding
That was
story?
my story. The one and only thing I ever ran over.
I won't even. Nope.
Oh, Janet, come on.
Do you want mine?
You could tell your story about the cell phone flying out the 3 times. Or was it 4?
4, but we're not counting. I was talking about the car. I was talking about the car that I ran over that refused to move her car.
Well, I thought you were going to tell us the story about your cell phones on the railroad tracks.
Which do you want to hear?
Okay. Pick one. You ran over 4 of them. I'm sure they're all great stories. Ding, story time.
Okay, ding, story time for Janet.
All right, go ahead. Tell us your story. You pick a story.
This
I don't
has
care.
nothing
Run
to
over
do
a
with
car, run
this
over a
has
cell
nothing
phone,
to
whatever.
do with no zones. This has to do with paying attention to what's in your truck.
Mm-hmm.
I had a cell phone, the old flip phone, that, and it was
That was when cell phones first came out. Flippity phones. Yeah, go ahead.
it clipped to my visor.
Mm-hmm. Obviously not very well. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry. Your story.
It was clipped well, in my opinion, to my visor until I was backing into the rail yards in Chicago, which were extremely bumpy, and most people didn't like delivering there. I didn't care. I liked delivering everywhere. Never met a delivery I didn't like because I like making money.
Janet went
So
everywhere.
I had my window down because I didn't care if it was middle of the winter or middle of summer. My window's down when I'm backing in.
Yep.
Backing in, truck bounces, saw something go past my eye. My head was kind of like that. Saw something go past, didn't know what it was. Then I was like, hey, wait a second. And I stopped and I looked. No cell phone. And one of the yard guys come running up and he's like, Mrs. Janet. And I'm like, yeah, what's up? He says, I think you ran over your cell phone. Pulled out the parking brake and put it in neutral, parking brakes. Didn't see a cell phone anywhere. He says, pull forward a little. So I did.
Move your rig, lady.
I got the little broom and dustpan and picked it back up. But good news, I had really good insurance and got back to the truck stop there just inside Indiana. Turned it in and got a new cell phone same day. That happened 4 times.
What? What was that? I didn't quite hear you.
I said that happened 4 times.
4 times it took you to realize don't put your cell phone there.
No, I put it twice up on the visor, once on the dash. It went whoosh, whoosh, as I was pulling out. And once I actually set it in the ashtray, because this is when trucks had ashtrays. And somehow it still managed to bounce off my steering wheel and go out the window.
Lucky you.
I'm real lucky with cell phones.
You know how you
This is the same cell phone type. Yeah. Yes, and I had one on the roof or hood of a car go flying off my hood at 60 miles an hour, and another one committed suicide on a balcony. Do not talk to me about cell phones, Patrick.
Good touchy subject.
I have phone insurance for a reason.
Okay, this is why they dropped you for a reason.
They didn't.
What?
No, they kept me.
Wow, they crazy.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
They like me.
All right, ding, story time's over.
Okay, so.
Where were we?
We were talking about the no zones.
All right, so don't hang out in the no zones.
So you might be asking yourself, well, what are they? There's spots where cars, motorcycles, and in some places even semis cannot be seen. You can hide a big rig in a no zone.
Yes.
And we spelled no zone K-N-O-W when it's actually N-O, like no, don't go there zone.
Yeah, it's a no zone.
Don't hang out directly in front of another big rig if you're driving a big rig or if you're in any other vehicle.
Yep.
Because, like Patrick said, if you can't see them through your rearview mirror in another vehicle or in your side mirrors in a big rig, because obviously we don't have rear views.
Right.
If you can't see the whole thing, don't pull back in.
Yeah. I mean, if you're in a big rig and you're riding down the road, you're going to use, it's called a West Coast mirror, the big tall one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and when you could see the entire front end of the big rig behind you, then you got enough. You allowed that. You got enough room to pull in, and they, in theory, have enough stopping distance.
In theory.
In theory.
Yes. Unless they're trying to keep you from coming in.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they're one of those boys.
Oh, hell no, you ain't get in front of me, big rigger. You better step on it, buddy.
Step on it, buddy. I got more gears than you. So, don't hang out in front of them.
What?
Don't hang out directly behind them either. Don't get up on a.
Come on.
Don't get
You're
up on
taking
a.
all the fun away.
I know, right? Don't
Can't
get
hang
up
out
on
in the
another.
front, don't hang out in the back.
Don't.
Anyway, sorry.
Don't get up on another big rig's butt end.
Butt in.
Yeah, butt end.
Yeah,
Behind.
don't draft them.
Because A, you don't want to draft somebody. You make enemies that way. Plus, if they do have to stop suddenly, guess what you're wearing for a hood ornament?
Guess where you're going.
Into
You're
the
going
trailer.
into the trailer.
Yeah.
You're going to be a delivery.
This is true. And if you're in a small vehicle, I know that those low bumpers are there for a reason, but yeah, I've still seen enough go through it.
Yeah.
Not fun.
Trust me, they will tear a car open like a can of
Yes.
sardines.
And a big rig, you're going to do a lot of damage to the axles and the grill and goodbye motor.
Yeah, we've seen our share of wrecks.
Yeah,
Trust
unfortunately.
me, they ain't purty.
Plus, if they're having problems getting up a hill and you're too close, you're not going to be able to pull out to pass them. And if you try, you're either going to get stuck, cause an accident, or say you do get out in the lane next to them and it's a 2-lane going up. You know, say it's a 4-lane split. You're going to piss off every vehicle behind the two of you.
Yep.
And
Yep.
if you got a CB, which I don't know if everybody does anymore, you don't want to listen to that radio for a while, like say 20 or 30, 100 miles. So, on the side of a big rig,
Yeah, if you're basking or enjoying the shade on the side, it's still that's not a good spot,
Why not?
especially on the right side of the truck.
Yeah.
See, there's you remember the movie Over the Top with Sylvester Stallone?
Mm-hmm.
I remember his mud flaps on his truck.
Mm-hmm.
The left one said passing side.
Mm-hmm.
The right one said suicide.
Yep.
Because the right side has more blind spots than the left side. If you can't see the driver in his mirrors, the driver cannot see you. So I always say, you either want to pass me on the right, that's a suicide shot. Go for it. Don't just hang out there because it's the shady spot. It's blocking the wind. It's
whatever your
rain,
reason is.
snow, whatever. That's not that's the suicide side of the truck.
So when I'm on my motorcycle or in my car,
Okay.
and I'm out we live in Phoenix area, which 8 lanes one direction.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to pass a vehicle like a big rig on the right, because the way the highways work, you do. However, when I do, I wait until it's clear and I pass them as quickly as I can. I make sure that the driver sees me, like eye contact, and then I speed up and get past him. That way he knows I'm passing you. I'm not hanging out. I'm just doing it, getting done and over with.
But a good driver though checks his mirrors all the time, so he'll see what's coming up on their right side usually.
Yeah.
And they'll remember that, but then if they don't see you, then it's like, all right, well, where did they go? Why did they? I didn't see them pass me. So did they get off? Are they still there?
Yeah.
That's when I put the blinker on, and I'll go 1,000, 2 1,000, go
3 1,000. Oh, ran him over.
Psych.
Yeah, right.
I usually do a 10 count. Especially in bad weather.
That's true. But
that also allows people that are in the blind spot know, hey, they see the flashing light. I'm coming over.
Yeah, and he might not see me.
I
can't see his face. He probably doesn't see mine.
So you better get out of my way.
So if you think about the blind spots on the side of a truck, on the driver's side, it's like a small slice of cake, like, say, your grandma might eat. This is how my dad described it to me, by the way.
Yeah.
It's like if you have a round cake, a small slice like grandma might eat.
Okay.
It goes from the driver's mirror, small slice towards his back tires on his trailer. Okay. It's going to go the lane next to him.
Yep.
Pretty much.
A little wedge, yep.
It's a small wedge.
Yep.
And on the passenger side,
that wedge is really big.
that wedge is like, say,
like a third of the cake.
That wedge is like, say, your dad or brother's going to eat.
That's my size piece.
That's
of
like
chocolate
the
cake.
birthday boy or the birthday guy is going to eat, and it's chocolate cake, and it's his very favorite, and it was made just for him.
Yummy.
He's going to take like a third of that chocolate cake, and it's going to be a really big one. It's going to go the lane next to him and the lane over and part of that third lane, which is why, and it goes behind the truck, which is why a semi pulling a trailer can literally hang out in that zone.
Yep.
So think of it that way. You got a small piece of cake on your left and a great big ass piece of cake on your right.
What was the morning show we were watching that had that little segment on the no zone, and they had a tractor trailer set up and they placed 7 vehicles in the no zones, and the reporter couldn't. Was that Good Morning America?
It was, and I had already done the research for this. It was Good Morning America. Yes,
we'll have to see if we can find. I want to see if I can find that video. I'll put that on our
and there's
webpage. A link to it. Anyways.
7 vehicles were hidden.
Yeah, and she was like, "No way!"
And she sat up in the driver's seat.
They blindfolded
her.
Blindfolded her, put her in the driver's seat, and then told her to take her blindfold off and tell us how many vehicles she could see.
Yeah.
She says, there's nothing near me. Then she got out of the truck, walked around, and was blown away at how many vehicles were in the way.
Yep. That was really cool.
I thought that was the best way to describe the no zones, because they put them in the perfect spots. And I think somewhere we got an infographic that shows the no zones.
I do. Yep.
That we'll also post under this episode in the description.
And I have to tell you, that all of the diagrams and links that we have, we got from trucksmartutah.dot.
Okay.
A huge thanks to them, because I wrote to them and got permission to use all of their information and links, because United States DOT, all the stuff through the federal government, not anything they had compared to the state of Utah.
Nice.
I checked Arizona. I checked the U.S. I checked everything I could find. Utah.
American Trucking Association didn't have anything?
Not compared to the state of Utah.
DOT didn't have anything?
Nope. State of Utah.
Federal Motor Carrier
Nope.
Didn't have anything?
Nothing. Not compared to the state of Utah. Hands down.
I forget. Janet throws the letters all discombobulated. Federal
Motor
FMC
SA. Federal Motor
DEFG, something like that.
Anyway, the state of Utah had the absolute best.
Good.
Which is why it took so long to get from seeing the GMA, which I was already looking into this, and then we saw that, and then I'm like, well, maybe I should go check here, and I checked a couple other places, couldn't find what I wanted.
Development. So when it's perfect, we do a show.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
So, you say you like tools. Now, are we talking about normal people like them, or Tim the Toolman Taylor like them? Because if you're like the two of us, it is definitely in the Tim the Toolman Taylor's range. I have never been bored when shopping for tools.
So, here's what you do. Head on over to 18wheeltalk.com/JBTools. It will take you to their site, which will normally give you a discount, a chance in a giveaway, join the rewards club, or something really great like that.
Then start browsing to your heart's delight. Whether you're looking for power tools, hand tools, 25-ton jack stands, or gardening tools, they have got you covered.
So take a few minutes and follow the link, 18wheeltalk.com/JBTools, and jewel over a few tools while you're there.
I couldn't find what I wanted, and then I'm like, so I did some looking on YouTube, and I ran across one short video through the Utah DOT, and then I went to their site.
And you went,
and
whoa.
I went, wow.
Yeah.
And that's when I, started writing stuff and looking at stuff, watched all their videos, went through the whole website.
Well, big thank you to them.
So thank you so much.
Like I said, we'll definitely put, the diagrams or whatever we have will be on in the description. So please stop by 18wheeltalk.com, look up this episode. I don't know what we're calling it.
Oh,
the no zone?
No.
Football?
The football players and truckers know their zones, do you?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Anyways, it'll have something to do with the zones.
Yeah, something to do with that. And since I talked about football to start with,
Yeah, we got to throw that in there.
we got to throw that in there for sure.
Anyways, so yeah, we definitely have a diagram because some people will look at a diagram and go, damn, I never knew that.
Yeah, it's really neat.
Those are the
diagram.
places you do not want to hang out in if you want to survive.
Yep. So you stay out of the blind spot and don't tailgate or draft. And, ding, story time.
Oh, yeah?
So
ahead.
when I drove, my dad taught me a lot about driving. Most people should know that by now.
What?
Especially when you're getting ready to.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
Hey, you got diesel leaking out.
Yeah, right.
there. Yeah.
diesel leaking out of everything.
Yeah, right?
Probably did out of my diapers too at that
Oh,
point.
my God. No way.
Yeah.
Janet pissed diesel. Janet peed diesel.
Probably still do. Don't know.
What? Ow.
Oh my God. Birds. Yeah, right. So when I was getting ready to change lanes, I was taught, pay attention to everything, always keep your head on a swivel. And I was pretty good at knowing what was coming up on both sides of me. So it was pretty easy, in my opinion, because no matter how long I drove, even if I took a break from it and then went back,
Uh-huh.
even when I drive a car, I'm always, heads back and forth,
Always.
and forth, lean
Mirrors,
forward,
mirrors,
and mirrors. And I didn't like fender mirrors. I hated fender mirrors because, in my opinion, they gave me a blind spot.
Well,
That was my opinion.
here's my theory on fender mirrors.
Okay.
Having a fender mirror on the passenger side does show more. It takes away some of the blind spot on that front part of the truck between the spot mirror and the front fender.
Yes.
So I get why a lot of companies will put one there, and I agree with you. It does take away some visual. However, it's a little lean here, a lean there. You'll bypass that little visual.
I did get used to it. I only had the fender mirror put on when the company that I was working for said, okay, here's the deal. You either have a fender mirror put on both sides or you have a fender mirror put on your passenger side. Which is it you wanted? I'm like, ooh, passenger side sounds really good to me.
It is. That's why you see a lot of the old trucks only have the one fender mirror.
Yeah. And
It's because that's the worst side. Because if you can't look out that driver's window to see if anything's down there next to you,
you're pretty lazy.
yeah. I mean, it's like
I love spot mirrors. On my big mirror, I love a spot mirror on the one on the door, you know. Absolutely. Even if it's got the two mirrors, I still want that spot mirror.
Oh, the little dinky little spot mirror?
Yeah, the dinky little spot mirror. I love those.
Okay.
I had them on all my cars.
Well, I have seen
I had them on every car up until I started driving yours.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, sure, man.
Excuse
I never asked you if to put them on. Anyway.
If you want it on there, you put it on there. I don't care.
I know. So, anyway, I
Anywho.
always kept my head moving.
Yep.
And the way I made up for no fender mirrors wasn't just the spot mirror, but my dad taught me that when you're getting ready to do anything on the right, you don't just look to the mirror, you lean forward and look.
Uh-huh.
Drivers nowadays, apparently their asses are glued to the seat.
What?
A lot of them
No
that I've...
way.
Yes, way.
No way.
They don't know how to lean and look. That was just an automatic lean and look.
Yeah.
It wasn't just look. It was lean and look.
Lean and look.
That was like ingrained in my soul, I think. But in addition to keeping the vision, everything clear, I kept my dash clear too.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even want my CB on my dash.
No, they got 90% of the trucks have a cubby or a mount.
Yeah, but
That's for the CB.
cubbies were never big enough for the CBs.
But you know,
that I kept, because-
most of them.
Yeah, I know.
Can accommodate. But if not, there was a bracket that you could hang it from, or a space to put a bracket.
So anyway, but always pay attention. My dad used to say my head was on a swivel, kind of like a bobblehead. But pay attention to what's passing you. If you've got 3 vehicles coming up and you see them in your mirror, okay, you got a red SUV and a white car, and then a coast is clear. Pay attention, okay? Nothing's coming. You see the red SUV, you see the white car, and you want to go to the right. Put your blinker on, and nothing's come. Let that turn signal go at least 3 times before you start to move over, just in case someone's in your blind spot.
Yep, that's a good rule for new drivers.
Yeah. just in case.
Like I said-
don't be one of those that turns it on once and starts to move, because that's how accidents happen.
Yeah, like I said, in bad weather, especially in the rain, because here in Arizona, I mean, it could rain and then rain for 5 minutes and then stop.
And the road turns to an oil slick.
The road spray is, 90% of the time, it's just like looking through, I call it beer goggles. Everything looks blurry. And by putting the blinker on when you want to move to the right, and in your head going 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, and you start to slowly move over, that tells that car next to you, hey, I'm coming. They'll wail on the horn
and speed up, or they'll slow down.
They'll either speed up or slow down,
or move over.
One of the two. Yeah. So that's always a good rule, though. Do a 3 count. I used to do 5 to 10.
Yeah, but
depending on the weather too.
Minimum of 3 is what he always said.
Oh, yeah.
Minimum of 3 on open road. Now, in a
totally
city,
agree.
he always raised it, especially as states like here, where it just became law about a year ago, lane splitting by motorcycles, even though it's only legal on city roads under the speed limit of 45.
Right. They still do it
They
on
still do it on highways.
at 80 miles an hour.
And in California, it's legal on any road.
That's just ridiculous. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But they still do it on highways out here, which means if you're 6 lanes, 8 lanes wide, the motorcycles are doing 80 miles an hour between every car.
Zoom.
Doesn't matter if it's
what the
legal or not.
hell
They're
is
still going to
that?
do it. You got to be extra careful when you're in that rig, because you see the red SUV and the white car and the black truck, but behind it, the black pickup truck. You're not going to see the Hayabusa or the Kawasaki or the Harley coming up on you in between the vehicles going in and out of everybody, because you just don't.
Yeah, you don't.
He's going to see you when he's wearing your fender for a face.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's a dead motorcycle rider.
Yeah, especially. And in Arizona, it's not required to have a brain bucket.
Yeah, there's a lot of states that don't require that. Yeah.
To each his own, but
Yeah. I forgot.
You want to sign your donor card.
Yeah. Oh, well, what I was going to say is
Sorry.
the only thing I had extra for
that's a
my
big
dash
joke.
was when I was parked, my Rottweiler, all 6 pounds of her.
Oh, yeah.
But
Ferocious little thing.
my dog, even though she was small, if someone got down next to me in that spot on your passenger side where you couldn't see, she, I had windows on both doors, lower windows.
Yeah.
She would bark like she was coming unglued. You'd have thought she was a crazy dog.
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, she sees something I don't.
She was your spotter.
She was my spotter. I'd be like up in that mirror looking extra close to see what was
Like,
there.
all right, what the hell are you barking at?
Look down, look up. I'd be like, okay.
It'd be a
she's-
motorcycle guy making googly faces at her.
Well, we used to
Because that's what I would do.
Well, and the thing is funny because I used to get stuck when I was in Chicago, crossing the bridge into Illinois on this 80-90 split there.
Okay.
Almost always I'd get stuck in rush hour traffic. That was the spot. Always stuck
Always.
there.
Bumper to bumper.
She'd get down on that spot and she'd start barking until someone paid attention to her. And then they'd start making faces at her and then she'd just flirt.
That's like the 60
Yeah.
at rush hour. Mm-hmm. Bumper to bumper.
Anyway, story
Anyways.
time over, ding.
Straight to everything.
Yeah.
You're a little 6-pound
Yeah.
Rottweiler.
That's how I worded it.
That's how you worded it.
So I got some extra stuff.
The point is, though, we want to always pay attention.
Mirrors are your best friend.
Yes, they are. And pay attention to your mirrors. Pay attention to the traffic around you. I always tell new drivers is when you're driving, always have an out. Always know you're out.
Oh, that's really good advice too.
When you're especially when you're in rush hour traffic,
in a place like Phoenix.
you want but if you could see far. Usually, they say, depending on the weather, your sight forward distance. You want to look farther away.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on the road, but also look close to your surroundings. Well, my rule is always have an out. Always know, like, oh, all right, I see brake lights ahead. What's to my left? What's to my right? Where am I going to go when I get to that point?
You do that in a car too.
Yeah.
I've seen you do
Always,
it. You do that
always have
when
an
we're
out.
riding motorcycles.
Yeah,
you do that.
always,
You're always
always.
looking for that out. That's a good
See,
lesson learned.
I learned that from the old school drivers when I was a newbie.
Yeah.
You know, some old drivers said to me, always know you're out. Always know where you plan it in your brain while you're driving. Like, okay, if this happens, I'm going here. If this happens, I'm hitting the exit. Type of thing.
I don't know if they teach that in school anymore. I know they used to.
I know they talked about having an out when you're doing road. When I was doing our road driving with the instructor, but God, you're talking 90.
Well, I know when
99.
When I took my test in New York, they asked me, "Do you have an out?" And I'd tell them what my out was. Like if I was coming up on traffic,
right.
But like I said, I learned more from my dad than anybody else.
Yeah,
I
said, I heard that from, and it stuck. So anytime somebody would, hey, what would you do? Always have an out. Always know you're out. Whether you're in a car, truck, van, big rig, motorcycle.
But I can tell you something. That ding story time. It's short. Okay.
Go ahead.
Not truck related, but Midwest related.
Okay.
Everyone that was in school around the time I went to school learned from one of our instructors in school. Okay. There was a couple. I learned from Coach Crawley. May he rest in peace. Richard Crawley passed away in the last few years.
Okay.
He was coach and science teacher and driver instructor. But the one thing that he taught everyone that I was learning to drive with, and I know it was pretty much a given where I grew up in the Midwest, farm town. Mm-hmm. Know you're out in a car because you can be doing 55.
What?
Yeah, 55.
Wait a minute. 120?
What I mean,
What do you mean 120?
You can be doing 55 down the highway. The speed limit, the legal speed limit down the highway.
The legal speed limit on the backcountry road was 120 plus.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Driver, if you haven't tried any of Mother Trucker Yoga's products, have we got news for you. The news is you are missing out on some great products that really do work. So, you're probably sore from a long day and just don't know where to even start looking, right?
Well, driver, stop right there. You don't have to wonder anymore. These products were all designed with the professional truck driver in mind. And the Stiff Mother Trucker Pain Relief Cream is 100% natural. As in, all the junk that you don't need on your body is not in it. It is paraben-free, gluten-free, sulfate-free, and artificial dye-free.
Proudly made right here in the USA. Road-tested, trucker-approved.
It relieves sore muscles, soothes pain and inflammation from bee stings and insect bites. It calms that back pain from driving those long, hard roads, helps alleviate foot pain, helps reduce wrist pain, elbow pain, and stiffness in the neck and shoulders from poor sleep or overuse.
In other words, if your body is feeling bruised and bumped up from that ever-intensive truck driver life, then Stiff Mother Trucker Pain Relief Cream is the answer to what you are asking. Just ask the crew at A&E Shipping Wars. They will let you know.
So go to 18wheeltalk.com/resources and look for Mother Trucker Yoga to find this and many more great products. And have a tractor pull out in front of you.
Uh-huh.
Season,
where's your out?
Where's your
Through
out?
the cornfield.
No, he'd be like, okay, if you're...
Over the river.
Well, he'd say, okay, I can remember him saying to me, okay, you're the youngest McHugh. I know how your family drives. And then he'd say, okay, if you want to drive 70, that's fine. But you're on a 2-lane highway,
Yep.
Route 29. And if you're going to drive that way and a tractor pulls out in front of you, because they will in harvest season or planting season, they're going to pull out.
Yep.
They might not see you on a curve.
What?
They see as far as they can, and then they pull out and they stay to the one side as best they can. But it's their season. It's their road, too.
Yep.
And they're feeding America. He said it all the way back then.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? It's your responsibility, not theirs.
What are you going to do?
And I'd just say,
And go.
brake like hell. Thank God I know how to work on brakes. Always had good ones.
2 feet on the brake pedal. Stand on it.
2 feet and pray, because you know where I go to church, because you go with me. You go to the same church I do.
2 feet on the pedal. Pull on that steering wheel, and I hope it don't come out in your hand.
Yeah, right. No, but it was, even our driver instructors in the Midwest, they said things. Even for a car, they said
Right.
stuff like that. I don't
Right.
know.
Well, because of the fact, like the scenario you put it in, a tractor comes out of the field. What are you going to do? You know,
he thinks he's got it clear. You know, cars pay attention in the Midwest because of tractors and
he
spring
comes
seasons.
out, and you're either going to go under him or into the cornfield. One of the two.
Yeah, and
Take
if
your pick.
you don't want to go into a combine.
Yeah, you're. I'd rather do a Dukes of Hazzard into the cornfield.
Yeah, so that was my whole story time ding.
Boy, that was like 20 minutes.
That was not. But didn't you have like some sort of hazard or something like that in New York? Oh, I forgot. Albany, Schenectady. Yeah, no, my bad.
No, I had a story here.
We haven't made it. Okay, go ahead.
I had a story here. But all I was saying is pay attention.
I'm sorry.
You know, that's all. I was just saying, pay attention to your mirrors and the traffic around you. Always have an out. That's where my story came in. Always
go
have
ahead.
an out
Okay.
for the new guys.
Okay.
You know, if you're listening to your local radio station in whatever town you go through, I guarantee you'll hear a commercial, right?
Oh, yeah. I can hear the one in my head.
Go ahead. Which one?
I can't think of their name. But they always talk about, have you been in an accident with a big rig?
Right, exactly.
It's like-
They all do.
They all do. It's like
You know, then call us, blah, blah,
Blah,
blah,
blah.
blah, blah, you know.
accident lawyers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But, yeah. They say we go after the big rigs.
Yeah, that's how they were. I'm like, I can almost like
Because
catch everything.
they deserve to pay.
They deserve it.
This
Not
is-
you. Doesn't matter that that the little car cut the big rig off. It's always the big rig deserves to pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the big... Listen, when you're driving a big rig, you're guilty until proven innocent. Always. Always.
I know, but still.
You know, and if you're an owner-operator, it sucks. If
Yes.
you're a company driver, it's even worse because they're looking at money. You know?
They do this. Yeah.
We had my old company. They put in cameras.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it showed what was going on in front of us, and it also showed what's going on in the cab. So we say, okay, was it driver error or was it surrounding error? 90% of the time it was surrounding error. Some of the stuff was we rolled through a stop sign, driver error. You know,
Yeah.
stop, count to three,
California
then
go.
Yeah, this
California
is in
roll. Yeah.
So
And it's not a motorcycle.
we've had, I don't know how many times, four-wheelers pull in front of the truck and slam on the brakes to see if we're going to hit them.
Mm-hmm.
You know? It's like, that's just a death wish. I don't know what I mean,
Have you ever seen?
I have personally seen a car cut off a truck, slam on the brakes, and then got run over and died. Oh, hey, there's your insurance.
Have you ever
dumb-
seen
dumb
in a
mother.
city where the cars will go speeding down the alleys between streets at
Okay.
night?
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about,
Oh,
right?
yeah, racing down the alleys?
Okay.
Yeah.
So my dad had a delivery years ago. I want to say it was in Chicago.
Okay.
He's, it's pretty, back then it was pretty dead the time of night he was delivering. And he's in the flatbed and some woman comes racing down the alley and she went right up underneath his trailer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yow.
She lived, luckily.
Luckily, she ducked.
He stopped, luckily.
well.
Otherwise, he would have drug her
Yeah.
because it was a smaller car. He saw and felt something hit his trailer, like in the passenger side.
Oh,
But he-
on his blind side. Yeah.
On his blind side, but he felt and saw that like a flash.
Yep.
Because Chicago street lights, etc. And then he picked up his cell phone and called 911 and said someone just hit me. And the cops, at first they're like, yeah, sure, someone hit a big rig. And then they're like, well, yeah, you can't quite deny that someone hit him.
Yeah.
That obviously wasn't his fault because it wasn't near a stoplight. He's on the road. She's coming out of an alley. I mean, kind of hard to say that was his fault. But, yeah, it was like that shook him up. She was okay, luckily.
I would definitely
But that
be
still
shook
shook
up.
him up.
Yeah.
And I can understand that,
when the last company that I drove for, back in New York, one of our drivers was on a 2-lane road. So
Okay.
we had 1 lane and
They
cars
had
going
one.
the other.
Yeah.
And a car came at him at 75 miles an hour.
Ooh.
Actually, they were in the lane and then swerved at him. They saw a truck and said, I'm done. I'm done with this world. Roop.
So they wanted to commit suicide by semi.
Yep.
That's what my dad used to call it.
Yep. And our driver was able to slow the truck because it was a 55 mile an hour zone.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe it was 65.
Anyway.
Anyways, he was able to slow the truck. He got the truck down to about 40 before the impact.
Oh.
And he said it rocked his world.
Oh, I bet.
And I told my boss, I said, if I ever hit and kill somebody, don't ever ask me to get behind the wheel again. I don't know how he did it. And last I knew, he's still working for him.
I had a dispatcher that was in an accident where someone died, and he became a dispatcher.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it. I mean, granted, I they say when you fall off the horse, you got to get back on it, otherwise you'll never do it again. I mean, granted, I'd get behind the wheel, but whew.
You were making a right-hand turn, and a bicyclist, or was it someone
Yeah,
walking?
somebody on a bicycle. I had an arrow, and they weren't paying attention, and I just about ran them over. Saw some girl on a bike holding onto the side of the trailer. I was like,
that was on the right-hand turn, right?
Yeah, I'm like,
That's what I
where the
thought.
hell did you come from? Because I was sitting at the light. I got the green arrow,
Mm-hmm.
and I started into my turn, and everybody was still. I mean, there was at least 4 people standing on the corner waiting for the crosswalk to cross, and out of nowhere, this chick on a bicycle was just like
There.
I was like, where did you? Like she fell out of the sky and was hanging on to. I was like, I just stopped, because I saw her, and she was like, like, my bad. I'm like, I just shook my head. I was just like, yeah, you're bad. You almost died, little girl.
Yeah.
I was like,
I remember talking to you later
holy
that night.
Talk about butthole puckering.
So yeah, it's like
All right,
don't
ding,
cut
story
someone
time's
off.
up.
Yeah, but don't cut someone off in a current.
Yeah, never. You see a semi with a right turn signal on, and they're kind of overhanging lanes.
Leave them be.
They're gonna make a right-hand turn. Don't sneak up underneath them.
Yeah.
They need that. They need that extra to make the turn.
Same with a left-hand turn. If they're coming out on a left-hand, it's usually because there's a curb in the center.
Yeah.
Left-hand turn in New York City, for instance,
Yeah.
or Albany. Like there's a reason, or traffic's pulled too far forward.
Yeah.
There's
I've
a
had
reason.
that happen. There's a reason why there's a line painted there. Don't go beyond it.
Don't go beyond the line.
Go beyond the line, then you might get run over or yelled at by a truck driver.
Or a cop.
Anyways.
But yeah, don't pass a turning truck, make your, pay attention to your wide turns. Don't crowd intersections. It's all some pretty basic stuff until it's not. Until you are so used to just, like you said, you're tired of messing with John Q. Public. And, yeah.
I'm Joe Big Rigger, and I'm bigger than they are. They'll get out
I
of
don't
my
care
way.
if I do run them over,
It does happen, but
Yeah.
we try to educate and teach the new kids, hey, like I said, always have it out. Always watch your mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
You know your no zone because I know they train you in your schooling.
Yeah.
So you always know that there might be something there might not. But if you're watching your mirrors, you know what's around you. And if it's a red car coming up and you don't see that red car, it's still there.
Yeah.
Especially if
there's no exits.
If you didn't pass an exit, it's still there.
Yeah, it's there somewhere.
You might not see it, but it's still there.
Yeah.
It might look this freaking big in your mirrors.
But it's there somewhere.
There's a red spot somewhere.
Yeah. The other thing is if someone is trained with a B license to do the one I never did, straight trucks.
Yeah. That's the same thing.
Well, but my point is, and they're coming up on, say, intersections, sometimes a B truck driver, if they've been driving only a B truck and that's all they're, and I don't mean it disrespectfully by any means, but they aren't really conscious when a Class A driver with 80 feet of tractor trailer, I've had a B truck driver try getting on my inside.
Yeah.
And I had to come to a dead stop until he found a way to back up because he blocked me and neither one of us could go forward.
Yeah.
Luckily, people were really decent and
Yeah.
everybody else backed up.
Well,
Thank God it was a small town.
again, like I said, that's why we do episodes like this, because we feel it's necessary to even the old school drivers sometimes
Yeah.
forget.
Well,
And stuff like this is like a little refresher. It's like they hear it in their ears. They go, you know what? He's right. Or, you know what? Janet's right. I never thought of that. I'm going to try that. Or Patrick said something that on the episode where it's, oh, wow, I never thought of that. I never thought about having an out or counting to 3, when I want to move to the right, just to give the four-wheelers an opportunity.
Well, and something for whatever
we
reason.
all share the highway.
Something we never mentioned in this.
What's up?
Almost all of this applies to people that are either in big RVs or smaller RVs pulling trailers.
Yeah.
And if
you
it's-
could utilize this in your own vehicle, even.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking,
Everything has a blind spot.
but especially the bigger blind spots is what I mean.
Oh yeah,
Because if you are a Class A or Class B driver in an RV, you have an advantage.
because
You've gone through some training. You most know this stuff. But if you are someone who just has a regular license and you're all of a sudden in a 50-foot Class A or whatever it is, big RV,
Yep.
you're just
You're driving
wow.
now you're driving a tour bus.
Now you're driving a tour bus and you've never been behind the wheel of one before.
Like I
And
said.
they give you a 1-hour class at the wherever you bought it from
Yeah,
and
they
saying,
say,
here you
this
go.
is how this works. There you go. Here's your keys.
Yeah, here's your keys. Hope you
Good
like
luck.
it. Oh, yeah, you got a backup mirror because you bought a newer one.
Yeah. Good luck.
Did you want to haul your motorcycles or what behind it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
But-
don't rely on the cameras all the time.
Yeah,
Anyways.
but like I said, I never even thought about how much this applies to RVs, and we see so many RV accidents out here too, especially east on 60.
Yes.
Closer you get to East Apache Junction, the more accidents you see
Ay.
with RVs. I mean,
Yes. Well, because this
It's RV world.
It's the new.
Yeah.
Not everybody's going to Florida anymore. They're retiring in Arizona.
Yeah, well, that's been happening for about 40
know.
years. But anyway,
But anyways,
so yeah, just
know your zone.
know your zone, pay attention.
Exactly. Stay in your zone.
I
I think that's what we should call it. Stay in your zone.
Stay in your zone like a
Know
football
the no
player.
zone. Know the no zone. No.
Know your zone. No,
Stay
no.
out of there. You get out of my zone. You're in my zone. The no zone. The no. Sorry.
That was good. I was waiting for you to start singing.
I was.
No, I mean like the rest of the song.
Oh.
Wasn't there
Yeah,
a song
no.
that started like that one time?
No. Do 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 do.
Great. Now I'm going to sing Baby Shark the rest of the day. Thank you, Patrick.
Welcome to Tuesday.
Baby Shark, does he eat tacos? Baby Shark, shark, shark likes tacos. Baby Shark, 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 shark
All
likes
right.
tacos.
I'm gonna have to edit it out now.
No, you're not. Baby Shark likes tacos, maybe?
Baby Shark likes tacos Tuesday. Do 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 do
Okay.
do do. Anyways,
So-
anything else you want to talk about?
Well, don't forget, I want to mention our big giveaway again.
Oh, okay.
Big giveaway.
Sunday. No, I'm sorry.
Every day.
Anyways, go to the number 1, the number 8, wheeltalk.com/fan club. Sign up for the fan club, and then you can enter into the giveaway.
Gotta be
It's
in it
our
to win it.
4-year anniversary. We're giving 4 lucky winners 18 Wheel Talk prize pack valued at $100 or more. Approximately. The retail value,
Yes.
they're telling me it's $100. Anyways,
Janet keeps telling him, quit telling everybody what the
I'm
prices are.
not telling them what the
know.
prices are. I'm not telling them that, I'm not
Zip, zip,
I'm
zip,
not
zip, zip,
telling
zip,
them
zip,
that
zip,
it's
zip,
gonna
zip,
be
zip, zip, zip.
they might get a,
Hush.
or
Hush.
maybe even, gotta be in it to win it.
Oh, sorry, my
You
bad.
gotta be in it to win it.
You can say that.
18wheeltalk.com/fan club. Sign up.
We would appreciate it.
Click on the giveaway. Get in on it.
Like us, love us, follow us.
4 lucky winners because it's 4-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Wait till we get 5 years, man.
But I'm just thinking, man, at 20
if
years.
we make it 5 years. What happened?
Just imagine when we get to 20 years.
Oh,
my
God, no.
God.
Can we talk about truck stuff for 20 years?
They'll be flying by then.
Yeah, God, I hope so. I'll go back into driving then.
Hey,
Talk about a retirement.
my
Shit.
brother John will be a step up.
Yeah, right?
Well, I doubt that he'll want to go back to work by then.
But anyways, if you're listening to us in your ears, please leave us a rating and review on your favorite podcast player if you can. If you're watching us on YouTube, thank you. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Be sure to go to More 18 Wheel Talk and subscribe to that channel so you get our shorts and bloopers and outtakes from
Our shorts? Can't we keep our own
our
briefs?
short videos.
Oh, I thought they were going to steal all our panties.
They don't want your shorts.
They don't want your shorts is what I was saying.
Oh, well,
Boy,
that's good. Yeah, great. Right.
you don't want it.
Yeah, you don't want my shorts.
Anyway,
Anyways,
short videos.
Anything that we've ever talked about in this episode will be listed in the description for this episode, so be sure to go check it out. If you had any questions or concerns or comments you want to ask the show, go to the Ask the Show tab on 18wheeltalk.com. We'll be happy to answer your question.
Why does Janet's hair keep messing with her today?
I don't know. Anyways,
Yes.
we're glad you joined us today.
We really appreciate it.
We really do. Keep your rubber side down,
And your shiny side up.
and we'll see you on the flip side. Say goodbye, Janet.
Goodbye, Janet.
Okay, bye. 18 Wheel Talk. Thank you for joining us today. We greatly appreciate it. Be sure to stop by 18wheeltalk.com and check out all the affiliates mentioned in the program today. Remember, we're here coaching generations of drivers while guiding them on their path to success. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Sparked a revolution.
So tell me, do you have one of those change buckets in your vehicle for fancy cafes?
Yeah.
And are you looking for a way to help support the show and just don't know how?
Well, we have great news for you. It is super easy, and you can do it for as little as $3 a month. Yes, that's right, $3 a month. That means for the cost of a cup of coffee, you could support the show for a month. And if you order one of those foo-foo frappy thingamabobs with all those flavors and whipped cream and sprinkles on top, you could support the show for about 6 months.
Isn't that amazing? Saving you calories from that frappy thingamabob with all those flavors and whipped cream and sprinkled things on top, and help out the show. What's not to like about that?
So to do so, just go to 18wheeltalk.com/support, and you will see just how easy it is to support the show. And don't forget to pick out your fan emoji while you're there. That's 18wheeltalk.com/support.